Funny that we're here today, guys, with this stack of books that I have here. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back, Book Besties, to another video. As you can see by today's title, we are going to be reading My Summer TBR because I picked a Summer TBR that had, let's look here, 15 books on it. Do you want to know how many out of those 15 I've read and we're at the end of July? Zero, zilch, none. Am I currently in the middle of one of them? Yes. And then did I softy enough another one? Also, yes. This is embarrassing. I was like, I'm gonna pick a summer TBR because it's gonna help me get through my TBR and not gonna tap whatever else I said. And now look at me. I'm gonna be honest, June was a month where I completely mood read. Everything I read in July on June was mood reading. And then July I had fallen into a bit of a slump. I'm just slumping in life in general. This is the book that I softy enough. I'm actually just gonna get the audiobook bag for it because I want to immersive read this one. I realized that me physically reading it was not doing it justice because we switched POVs and I just remember really loving the audiobook for book one and then I returned the audiobook for this one. I'm just gonna physically read it. No, I wanna audiobook it. But we have a stack here of books that I physically own or that I have from the library that are on my TBR plus the ones that I probably have downloaded on my iPad because they're on my summer TBR. Yeah, so we have many possibilities, but obviously we're going to start with the book that I'm already currently in the middle of, which is A Peerless Undertaking by Deanna Raybourn. I am currently on page 120 of this book. So we are going to start here. I am door dashing today, but I'm going to try and read in the car while we're door dashing. So I'm going to try and read A Perilous Undertaking while we're door dashing today because that just sounds like a good time. And then we'll go from there. I'm kind of in the mood for a fantasy romance book, so we could pick up any of the other fantasy romance on here. What I'm more likely thinking, which is a chunky one, I'm gonna get the audiobook from Everhand. I got the physical book from the library. I'm probably gonna end up buying this in the middle of this vlog because I have a feeling I'm going to really like this once I start it and get into it. So there is potential for me to buy the book while we're filming this vlog. So don't judge me, alright? But we're starting right here with Miss Veronica Speedwell and Stoker. Let's go. Hi, besties. Hi, bookies. Hi, whatever. I'm slightly annoyed. My dogs have decided to be chaotic today, but I guess it's because I'm not usually home right now. I'm off today. It's Friday, actually, and I'm not usually home. And so this is what I've gotten all day, which is typically normal. But I think they're also not used to it because typically on a day like today, I wouldn't be home. Do you want to sit in my lap? Is that what this is? Are you happy now? Are you cozy? Whatever it may be. Hi, hello. I have updates for you, and you're slightly sideways. I don't know if that's straight or not, whatever it may be. Hi, hello. How are you doing today? I have updates for you because I have not updated you at all. So I started this vlog, and I started this vlog on Sunday or Monday, one of the two. We started off this vlog reading Perilous Undertaking by Deanna Rayborn, which is the second book following A Curious Beginning, which is on my summer TBR. I finished it. I only had 200 or so pages left of this book, and I pretty much read 100 and something pages of this in one day. And that was Tuesday or Wednesday. Whenever I finished this book on TikTok, the day I posted that video was the day after I had finished this book. But I finished it, really enjoyed it. Cannot wait to continue on. I've already ordered book three. I booked my book by man just to buy book three because I want more Stoker and Veronica. It took me a while to read this. I've had it on my shelf for a couple months now, but I was saving it for if I fell into a slump. And I've been slumping all of July. I've read some really good books. Almost every single book that I've read this month has been 5 stars, but they've been so sporadic. I finished 6 or 7 books this month. This was book seven, I think, which in the grand scheme of things was how much I was reading in the beginning of the year because January and February I only read 8 books in both of those months. But I'm definitely slumping. I'm definitely coming out of it, and I feel like I'm becoming an audiobook girly. And I don't know, it just feels great. But I finished this. I gave it a 4.5, 4.25, somewhere in there. I still really enjoyed it. It was just slow taking off. But then once we got into the story, we were in it. Also, the tension between Veronica and Stoker that we got from book one ricocheted up, and there's a certain scene in this. I need them to resolve it. I need them to be together. This is going to be the slowest of slow burners that I've ever read, besides Globe of the Everflame, the Sparkle Everflame series. I know that's slow burn, but I can tell that this is also going to be the slowest of slowest burns ever. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that because I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing characters end up together by the end of book one or two. We're 2 books in, the most they've done, non spoilers, is kiss. And I don't even want to tell you about the kiss because it happens in this book, and that would include spoilers to why they kiss for the plot of this one. But they do kiss in this one, and that's all they've done. And you know what? I'll take it. Then I have a spinner wheel on my iPad, which I actually should have brought over here with me because you should see the spinner wheel and the audiobook since I am listening to the audiobook of the next book we're going to talk about. But I have the audiobook for All This Twisted Glory, which is a crazy pull. I started reading this physically before work one day this week, and then the other night I got a Switch. One of my coworkers who I'm also friends with and talk with outside of yes, who I talk with outside of work gave me their Switch, or I paid them $50. I'm not like you give it to me, I will pay you something for it. I gave them $50 for it. And so I got the Switch and I was like, I need an audiobook. And I was like, I don't really want to use an Everend credit if I don't have to for this because technically I was supposed to be physically reading this. But then I got that Switch and I got Animal Crossing and I needed an audiobook because I was cozy gaming. I got the crazy pull. There's no way this is going to be available on Libby. It was available on Libby. So that reaction was my full blown reaction because I was fully expecting it to be place a hold. This was available on Libby. And so I've been listening to it. I listened to the first, I like relit. So I read like the first couple chapters of the book. So I listened to those. And then today I've listened to the next few chapters. And I'm actually over 100 pages in now. I'm on page 118, chapter 12. I'm liking the book, not loving it. This is make or break for the series for me. As you know, if I've mentioned it a couple of times, I did not really enjoy these Infinite Threads. I gave it like a 3.5, 3.25. It settles more like a 3.25 in my head, but I think I rated it 3.5 everywhere else. But I just did not like it because it felt like books two and three could have been one book. I feel like that's going to be like the cohesive thought I could have had is that they could have been one book jumbled together, like big book together, with some stuff cut out of it that's not necessary because it felt like a whole lot of nothing happened in book two. I, and technically, not a lot has happened in this one, but I'm only 100 pages in, and this book is like, I think a little over 400. It's not even 400. Oh, it's actually, oh, well, it's just about 400. It's 397 pages. So I basically have 180 pages left, which is not bad at all. I would think I could finish that today. I want to try and finish it by midnight tonight, and this be the last book I read in July and be like my eighth book of the month. Well, I want to read this and volume 14 of One Piece because I'm behind on One Piece. I'm not behind, but I'm behind. But the spinner wheel chose this, and then I am going to have the spinner wheel choose the next read, or I'm going to pick it myself because I'm in the Mel from Mel Reed's Patreon and her TBR Buddy challenge for August. The buddy I had chose 3 sequels for me, and one of them was actually Power Play. And I'm in the mood for a romantic spread out romantasy because I don't know if I want to read this and then potentially get another romantasy on the spinner roll. You never know. I could get the Atlas Complex and then I'd be really set for life. But I am reading this book, and like I said, it's make or break. And this is not at least a 4 star. I'm not continuing because I don't want to continue reading a mid series. I already did enough 2 series this year, which I didn't talk about in my mid year content, but I will talk about at the end of the year. That just seems fitting because there's potentially more series for me to DNF later this year, but I have DNF 2 series. I've actually DNF 3 series. I digress though. This has been longer than it should be for this update, but we finished one book on our way to finishing a second. I want to try and finish a minimum of 3 books in this vlog. If I can get a fourth in somehow, I'll take it. But for now, my main goal is to finish this book and whatever book the spinner wheel chooses for me. to the end of the vlog, besties. I haven't updated you since I finished all this Twisted Glory, so we have a lot to catch up on. But it is the end of the vlog. I have DNF, the last book that we picked out for this video, which is kind of sad because I was really looking forward to it. I think I may go back to it at some point, but right now I'm just not in the mood for the vibes this book are giving. It's that, or either I'm so used to listening to audiobooks right now, I'm in the audiobook zone low key right now, that I think I'm just not in the mood for the book. So with that being said, let's talk about everything else I read in this video. We finished the last 50% of A Perilous Undertaking by DNA Rayborn, which was a really good read. Actually, I really enjoyed this continuation of the series and getting more into Stoker and Veronica and the things that happened in this book. I ended up giving it a 4.5. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to continue on the series, which I will be soon for sure, because these are good palate cleanser, but they're just good books in general. I love these, and I didn't think I would, but I'm eating them up every time I read them. And then we read the entirety of All This Twisted Glory by Tahara Mafi, which was the make or break for the series for me, and it definitely made the series. It's my second favorite after book one, because I really enjoyed book one. Book two was a big letdown for me, and I gave it a 3.5 star. And then this one really turned it around for me. There was so much more action. I was so much more pulled in. I also listened to the audiobook for this one, and I think that helped my enjoyment because it just made the experience so much better in every which way possible. And I cannot wait to read more and read book four in the series. Book five, the final book, hasn't come out yet. There's no release date for it, I don't think. If there is, I'll put it on the screen. But from what I know, there's no release date for it. So whenever it comes out, I'll be ready by the time it comes out because I will have read book four. I will be purchasing it whenever I can. And the last book that was picked by the spinner wheel after All This Twisted Glory was Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass, which is the first book in a duology or trilogy. I'm not really sure what it is because I looked on Goodreads the other day and I saw that there's a third book supposedly coming out in this series next year. But whatever it may be, I made 100 and something pages into this, and I just realized I was not vibing with this. I don't know whether it was the writing, the character. I'm not really sure what it was. I was just not vibing with it. It may partially be because I'm still coming out of my slump and I'm trying to figure out what I want to read, and this is just not it right now. I was reading this in bits and pieces here and there, so that might have also affected how I was enjoying this. So I'm gonna give myself a break between it, try it again maybe in September or October, maybe even later this month to see if I can get to it. But I like the premise of the book, so I'm excited to see where it goes when I get back to it. This is definitely just a softy enough that I will get back to at a later date and time. That is everything we attempted to and read in this vlog. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to do more vlogs where I get 3 books in. So if it's longer in between vlogs, that's why. But I've also been slumping, so I haven't really been vlogging. But with that being said, I will be vlogging more. I will be reading more. My next vlog is probably going to be a heavy audiobook vlog. I don't know what I'm going to theme it yet. I think I want to do a themed vlog, but I'm not sure yet. It could be a continuing series vlog. It could be like, I don't know what it's going to be quite yet, but we will be doing another vlog literally starting it tonight because I have missed vlogging. So we're going to start the vlog tonight, whether it be one that I have in my plans or just an impromptu vlog that I feel like starting. But with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be on Wednesday. I think I'm going to sit down and film a video tomorrow for you guys and get that up for you guys. But down below will be my link tree for you to go check out all of my links for my Instagram, TikTok, Goodreads, all of that for you to look at if you would like. But I hope you have a great day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, and whatever part of the world you are having it in. And I will see you guys in my next video. Good.